Now, despite them being two completely different things, due to them being similar, and most importantly having similar names, I've had so many students get mitosis and meiosis confused. So in this video, we're going to go through what they are, how they happen, and the differences between them. And without further ado, mitosis is part of the cell cycle, in particular the part of the cell cycle when the cell splits into two identical daughter cells. But to understand mitosis, we need to understand the entirety of the cell cycle. In stage 1 of the cell cycle, also known as interphase, the cell grows with organelles such as ribosomes and mitochondria and DNA via chromosomes being replicated. This is accompanied with an increase in energy stores and increased protein synthesis as the cell prepares to undergo mitosis and eventually split. Now, mitosis is the second stage of the cell cycle, however, it can often is just used to refer to the general process of a cell splitting. And how it works is the chromosomes line up across the center, and then the cell fibers pull the chromosomes, which were duplicated in cell 1, to either side of the cell in preparation for phase 3 of the cell cycle. Now, next up is stage 3, cytokinesis, in which the cell membrane and the cytoplasm split, creating two identical daughter cells, pretty much self-explanatory. The two daughter cells are identical in every way, and is something that is unique to mitosis, and as we're about to cover with meiosis, the daughter cells will not be identical. Now, moving on to meiosis. Now then, meiosis is involved in the process of sexual reproduction, which creates gametes. These are the sperm and egg cells in animals and most importantly humans, and the pollen and ova in plants. The process of meiosis happens in both the male and female reproductive organs as a cell divides to form gametes. And how it works is that copies of the genetic information are made, and the cell divides twice. The parent cell, or the sex cell, divides twice to form 4 gametes, each with a single set of chromosomes, with all these gametes being genetically different from one another. Then, in sexual reproduction, the two haploids, sex cells, which are the sperm and the egg, which each have one set of chromosomes, fuse to create a diploid, which has 2 sets of chromosomes, that will then become an organism via mitosis. Now that we've explained what meiosis and mitosis are, let's quickly cover the differences using this lovely jubbly table from Save My Exams. Okay, let's go through this quickly, rapid fire. Mitosis is used for growth and repair, such as repairing of damaged tissues from like a cut or a scratch, and for a human child growing up. Meiosis is used for the production of gametes for sexual reproduction. In mitosis, the cell divides once. In meiosis, the cell divides twice. For mitosis, the daughter cells are genetically identical to the parent cell, while for meiosis, the daughter cells are genetically different to the parent cell. For mitosis, the daughter cells are diploid, which means they contain 46 chromosomes, and for meiosis, the daughter cells are haploid, which means they contain 23 chromosomes, ready to combine with the other cell, like whether it's a sperm or an egg cell, to produce a diploid cell. For mitosis, 2 daughter cells are produced, while for meiosis, 4 daughter cells are produced. Daughter cells in mitosis are genetically identical to each other, and daughter cells in meiosis are genetically different to one another, and mitosis occurs all over the body, while meiosis only occurs in the sex organs, whether that be of humans, or plants, or animals. That took me so many takes, and it's still not perfect, but I don't care. If you enjoyed that video, make sure to like and subscribe, as only a small proportion of viewers are actually subscribed, and I'll see you next time.